7 we already have completed some of the topics of the rise and spread of Islam. Okay, and now we are going to do. You have studied about the two dynasties, that is Umayyad dynasty and the Abbasi dynasty. This you studied. Now decline of Caliphate. Now, how there was a decline of caliphate, and after the decline of caliphate, we see there was emergence of Turkish Muslim rule. Means the Turkish Muslims, they started ruling over the. They have taken the responsibility of the caliphate to spread Islam. So it was in 1258 that the Turks from Central Asia, remember, the Turks from Central Asia captured Baghdad. You know very well, Abbasids' capital was Baghdad. So they captured Baghdad and ended the rule of Abbasids. And after that, they established a great empire which was known as Ottoman Empire. Right? So you have to remember that it was in 1258 that the Turks from Central Asia, they captured Baghdad and ended the rule of Abbasids, and then they established a great empire which was known as Ottoman Empire. Now, after this, you are supposed to remember Muslim contribution to the culture of Europe. What was the Muslim contribution to the culture of Europe? Now, in the field of science, you see, in the field of science. Now, European scholars owe their science education to Muslim scientists. From where the European scholars they got the science education? From the Muslim scientists. This is a contribution. Now, in the early years, churches were wary of science education and believed that it would weaken the faith of the people in the Christianity. In the previous chapter, you have studied. Church did not allow, then we see that because of that we had the Renaissance. This all you have studied. So, however, Muslim scholars built laboratories in this time period where many science subjects like physics, chemistry, and medicine were taught. This system was named as Unani system as it was mainly derived from the Greek scientists who had studied ancient Greek books thoroughly. Now, Arabs also derived many scientific writings from Indian workers. This I taught to you in the previous class that lot of knowledge they have taken from India, especially science and mathematics. So they derive many scientific writing from Indian works. Now Ibn Sina and Al-Razi. Ibn Sina and Al-Razi. They were the great Arab scientists and physicians. Now Ibn Sina wrote an encyclopedia of medicine in 5 books called Al-Qanan or the Prince of Physicians. Arab also made great advancement in astronomy, mathematics and chemistry, and many chemical compounds were discovered by them. The next we have mathematics. Al-Biruni was a famous astronomer and mathematician from 973 to 1048 AD, and Umar Khayyam was also a great mathematician. So we have to remember two mathematicians, Al-Biruni and Umar Khayyam. Now Umar Khayyam, he was a great poet too. European mathematician learned Arabic numerals, that is 1, 2, 3 from Muslims, and replaced their clumsy Roman number 1, 2, 3. But in fact, the Muslim had learned this system of number writing from Indians. As I told you, lot of mathematics and the science learning they learned from the Indians. Arabs produced famous book in literature too. Rubaiyat, then book of poetry, the Arabian Nights, The Evergreen Tales of Adventure, and Shahnama by Firdausi were some of the most famous work of those times. These tell us a lot about the culture and life of people of those times. Next we have Islamic art. Islamic art was mainly a combination of different elements like abstract decorative feature and portrayal of geometric, floral and calligraphic design or pattern. In early period, Muslims forbade painting of human equal to worship of idol or idolatry. They therefore rarely depicted human being unlike Hindu and Christian art where these elements were added as the main features. So here in today's class, now here let me explain to you India and the Arab. Lot of impact was there. So here you have to remember that Islam first came to India through the Arab traders, and these people they settled in Malabar coast of Kerala. So they received the patronage of the local rulers. So however it was only after the arrival of Muslim invader in the early 13th century that interaction between India and Muslim increased greatly. Then we see Qutbuddin Aibak became the first Muslim ruler of India in 1206 AD. Then even before the time, this time, Arab people, especially the caliphs like Harun al-Rashid and Mamun, encouraged the study of Indian science and literature. The Panchatantra was translated from Persian into Arabic language. In course of time, Indian art and science were absorbed into mainstream of Arab culture. Arab people respected Indian culture. They honored Indian physicians who traveled to Baghdad. Many medical treatises like Shushruta and Charak were translated into Arabic by them. Many schools were opened for studying science, like astronomy, also greatly influenced Arab people. Various Indian people like Varaha Mihir and Aryabhatta were translated into Arabic by them. So Arab established the position of stars with help from Indian mathematicians. The decimal system and the concept of zero was borrowed by them from India, which was later passed to European people. So here in today's class, I explained to you decline of caliphate and the emergence of Turkish Muslim rule and the Muslim contribution to Europe of to the culture of Europe. Okay, please learn.